This is Satish Rawal and I am going to teach you a very interesting lesson now. Right? Prepositions of time. I have just written here at, on, in. These prepositions we use for time purpose. Right? To make easy, I have already mentioned the rules where we use this. At. The first one is at. Here I have mentioned your specific time. Specific time means you tell people, right? Suppose you say, I have lunch at 2 p.m. I have lunch at 2 p.m. You are specifying time here. So at a specific time we are supposed to use at. Holiday period. Second one is at in holiday period, right? Why it is called holiday period? Because when it's a holiday, maybe it is 1 day celebration, but it takes more than 1 day or 2 days, 3 days or 4 days also, sometimes 1 week also. For example, you see a Christmas, right? Christmas, when we think of Christmas, we think of 25th December, but actually it's not the fact. Before that date, we start celebrating, we start buying things, dresses, clothes, we start decorating our houses, right? So it is a period of that, holiday period, and that's why we again specify at, right? Okay. The Christians decorate their houses at Christmas. Here I am writing at Christmas, right? So it is a holiday period. On days, right? All the days there are 7: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So whenever you are talking about date or day, then you are using on, right? Suppose I go to temple on Saturdays, right? Here I am putting Saturdays because every Saturday I go to temple, and I have mentioned here I go to temple on Saturdays, right? So it is day, right? On dates also we have to use the same thing, right? I was born on 24th November, right? I am using date here and then I am using on. I was born on 24th November. Year also again we use in, right? In 2003, new states were formed in India. So I am mentioning here year 2000. In 2000, there 3 new states were formed in India. So I am using year here, right? Year, months and year, in both cases we can use in, right? I go to Ahmedabad in January. Ahmedabad is the name of place, right? I go to Ahmedabad in January. Here I am putting in here. So in months and years we use in language. That you have to keep in mind, right? Now 3 more are there. Decades. Decade, actually a decade is of 10 years, right? A decade is of 10 years, right? So when you are talking of decades, actually you are talking about 10 years, right? So suppose you see, suppose you say that there was no TVs in 60s, in the 60s, right? You see 60s, when you are writing, actually you are talking about 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69. So up to 69, that means 60 to 69, 10 years, it's called decade. Then also you are using in language. There was no TVs in the 60s, so you are using in the decades. In century also you are using in, right? Okay. In 19th century, people didn't have mobile phones, right? In 19th century people didn't, right, have mobile phones. So in the century also you are using in language here, in, right? Season is very easy. Season, summer, rainy season, winter, autumn, right? Autumn is also called fall in American English, right? So in season also we are using in language. Okay, so in winter people wear woolen cloths. Here I am mentioning winter, I am writing in here. So when we are talking about season, then also we use in, right? In time period also we use in. One example I would like to give you. In time period, right? Okay, he will be here in 15 minutes, right? Here I am using 15 minutes and then I am writing 15 here, 15, because it's I am using time period, right? I will go home in 30 minutes, right? So it's a time period. When I am talking about time period, then also we use in. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. Do like and comment on this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to it yet, right? And if you have already subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.